Hello, good afternoon everyone. My name is Rishal Khan, and today me and my partners are going to be giving a presentation on our project management assessment 2, which is called the project plan. So the project we have chosen for this assessment is a summer carnival, and the purpose of this project is to raise funds for kids with cancer. Myself, Rishal Khan, and my partner Kanza Fatma and Sarah Batul will be giving you a detailed presentation on the next few slides. Thank you. So now I'm going to give a brief overview of our project. So our business, Nature Baby, is a 1998 established New Zealand family business that specializes in organic baby clothing. They now also sell their products in their home country New Zealand, along with Australia and United States. Our project overview comes with the belief of making educated choices and the aim of looking after babies as well as the planet and its people. Nature Baby plans to hold a summer carnival in Melbourne, Australia, and the purpose of this carnival is to raise funds and support children with cancer. The objective of this business is to donate funds from the SSC to the Children's Cancer Foundation, encourage other businesses to continue their operations, especially small businesses that require support, also provide a platform for businesses to stand out in the market, and continue meeting the goal of being friendly to the planet and at the same time in an innovative way. Few of the benefits associated with our project are the supporting of the future operation of small to medium business entities. Parents will become aware of businesses which may have been longing for a better lifestyle for their kids. Also, an encouragement towards the healthy earth via sustainable products, which will result in the reduction of pure use of earth's resources and social lifestyle.
Project scope statement. The objective of this project is to organize a sustainable fundraising summer carnival to support kids with cancer, and the budget generated for this project is 524K. The deliverables are inclusive of foods and beverages such as popcorn, hot food and drinks, big rides. The big rides are inclusive of bumper car, Ferris wheel, and the carnival games are airfield slice, high jumps, and sharpshooter. Security and safety hires inclusively. Milestone. The project has been given approval on 25th of August 2021, and the site has been given approval on 7th of September. The businesses got approval on 7th of September 2021, and all the carnival game hires and rides are given approval on 2nd of September 2021. The site structure plan has been given approval on 22nd of September 2021, and fund has been donated to Cancer Foundation on 6th of December 2021. So to continue on, technical requirements. All machinery has to be ISO 9001 certified. All workers and staff has to follow Nature Baby's work ethics and customer handling code of conduct. Electrical, gas and water connections are to be connected by authorized personnel. All machinery has to give a run test. Assumptions. All equipments would arrive as per the estimated time, and the concert would take no more than 8 days for the approval of site. The equipments and all other resources required in the successful run of Carnival would cover within the budget, inclusive of delivery, installation, and other commissioning relevant equipments. And limits and exclusions. Safety and hazard warning near the wires and electrical boards. Workers have to have hospitality and working with children check WWCC. Fire and emergency preparations are conducted beforehand to identify any potential risk or hazard. All machinery has to run smoothly, and all workers has to have a display badge of Nature Baby for this project. Priority matrix. Scope. To organize a sustainable fundraising summer carnival to support kids with cancer. Schedule date. The project is set to be completed on 6th of December 2021. Cost. 524K. The cost is constrained because only 524K is generated, and some of the machineries and equipments are likely to be high in price than the price the project manager is expected it to be, and the schedule is enhanced based on the availability and the time. Scope is accepted since the Carnival is to support the Cancer Foundation. Governance and regulation of occupational health and safety. The potential risks and hazards that are to be taken into account are electric shock causes injury, burn or death, explosion of any electrical equipment, and the toxic gases that are produced as a result of electrical explosion. ISO 9001. ISO 9001 is an international baseline that are designed for the quality management system for every businesses around the world to comply with. WCCC, Working with Children Check. Working with Children Check is a mandatory requirement for every individual undertaking child-related work or the worker that are working around or that have a role where a WCC is required, therefore they have to have WCCC check. Hospitality. The food handlers should take care of their health and safety and everyone around themselves, and the manager is accountable to take any action for the employees to comply with the OHS safety and regulation rules. Project team. There are two project teams, the internal team members and the external team members. Internal team members. The main team members are finance management or manager item. Item is accountable for providing in the information for the entire project, the pre-setting of the project, and the associated cost involved in the project. The event planners, AD and IDA, they both are responsible for managing and planning the events, such as sending in the invitations to the businesses for the participation in the carnival. Project manager Joy. Joy is responsible for the management of the whole SSC project, the Summer Carnival project, and the task is under the supervision of him is the approval and supervision. The senior management journal. Journal is accountable to providing information for significantly important tasks in this project that are the approval and the site approval of the project. The other members of internal teams are IT support. Jack. Jack is accountable for the online marketing and the advertisements for this project. Designer Anita. Anita is responsible for the ads designing and to meet the objective of getting a great attention of target audience. Human resource Kylie. Kylie is responsible for the training of the employees in the businesses involved in this project. Risk manager Lily. Lily is accountable for the analyzation and the management of the associated risks or potential risks involved in this project. External team members. There are two external team members, the Safety and Compliance Auditor SACA and the Site Surveyor SS. The Safety and Compliance Auditor is accountable to ensure that all the mandatory safety programs and practices that are inclusive of OHS compliance and regulations and WWC check that every worker has to follow and comply with. The site surveyor SS is responsible for the evaluation and check and the approval of the LED for the Carnival.
Hi, my name is Kanza Fatima and I will be taking you through a section of workbook and structure of this Global Carnival project. This section will include information on the Gantt chart inclusive of critical paths, key areas, and some milestones. Additionally, we will have a glimpse into the internal and external resources of this project. The key areas for the Summer Carnival project are divided into the numbers. So for example, some of these would be the project establishment commencement, project scope, event promotion, activity establishment, and so forth until the donation of Children's Cancer Foundation, which is also the ultimate goal of this project. Furthermore, you can also see that there are some tasks that are in the bold written. This is because they have subcategories and or sub-events to this. For example, the project establishment commencement has project initial stage meeting, scope statement, development of project plan of action, creation of WBS, and project brief approval. All of these tasks may take days, a number of days. Some may take 1, 2, some may take 5 days, and some can be the milestones. They are just bold because these subcategories are involved into these bold tasks. There's also some here where in the project scope, you can see management plan and site plan. These are subcategories, but they're also important subcategories, and that's why they are bold again. You will see more into the detail of this project into the Gantt chart, which is on the next slide. Gantt chart gives a big as well as a detailed picture of the whole process of this Summer Carnival. If you see on the right hand side of the visuals, you will see some red blocks. These red blocks are critical for the whole process, for the whole project. What I mean by this is that if any of these tasks are postponed with the deadlines, then that means it will delay all the other tasks that are dependent on this, and hence may result in the actual result of donating to Children's Cancer to delay. As well as you will see a lot of links. Lines around the tasks bars. This shows that they're all linked together and how each task is dependent on the other task, the next one, or in the future. Furthermore, you will also see some names or written information next to the bars. These are all the resources, external and internal, that are involved in that particular task. This slide shows an in-detail image of the critical tasks involved in this project. So we can see there are some 0 hours for some tasks here. These tasks are actually either the approvals or the end result, which is the donation to the Children's Cancer Foundation. Furthermore, you can also see for resource names, there are some names assigned to this task. These names are actually the people that are involved for the respective tasks, and we can find information back in this presentation for the internal team members that we have talked before. Adding on further to the WBS, this slide shows the hour allocation for all the people involved in this project, the internal resources. So we can see Joy and Anita has a lot of hours involved in this project. Joy is the project manager and hence has a lot of hours because she will be looking after everything basically and managing the project. While Anita has a lot of hours because she is the designer. She will be designing the social media adverts and everything for promotion of this project. And it is very likely that Anita may have a lot more hours than this or even lesser depending on how early the designs get approved during the process. And hence reasoning why she has a lot of hours, which are also very subjective, they can reduce when the actual process starts in the real life. Moving on, we'll be now looking at the external resources of this project. This slide shows a cost allocation for the resources of this project in a graph view. Rides hire and Carnival games hire are the highest on this project. This is because they are the operational activities, which means that without these two, the project cannot run at all. Furthermore, they are kind of also expensive. What I mean by expensive is that firstly, they are uncommon for businesses to hire unless they are doing a summer carnival like Nature Baby is. Furthermore, they also involve costs such as security and hire and installation costs. Though these costs aren't included in this particular one, but they do contribute towards this. From here, Rochelle will be taking over and talking about the risk management.
Now I'm going to be talking about some of the risks and their detail and their likelihood of occurring. So one of the major risks associated with our project is the public and staff safety. Fights and thefts are often identified in large crowds within their premises. The responsible management must ensure public safety. Additionally, staff will need to operate with high-end equipment and take care of it. The likelihood of occurring this is possible, but it's not that possible because we will be taking a lot of precautions to ensure that this won't happen. Another major thing that would affect our project is the council not giving approval. Council may reject the approval of Carnival or area of activity, but that is highly unlikely because we have already lodged in applications and we will already be ahead of it. Electrical hazards is also one of the main risks associated with it, as staff will be exposed to high tension wires and equipment that requires extensive amount of voltage to operate, but the likelihood of this occurring is also unlikely. Now I'm going to talk about the summary budget and cost. For our project, the total internal cost adds up to $16,415.4. This includes the internal labor cost and the stall setup equipment cost. For our external cost, which was the major amount of the cost, we came up to the total of $461,108. If we allow a 10% overrun on the estimated cost, we came up to the number of $507,000. If we add up the internal and external costs, the total estimated project cost comes up to $523,415.4. So now I'm going to talk about the status report. Our project name was Summer Carnival, and the purpose, as you all know, was a fundraising plan to support kids with cancer. Our project completion date is 6th of December 2021, and our project manager is Joy. The overall status for our project is healthy, with just a few minor issues with the budget and the risk, but we've taken care of these issues and everything under account, and everything is well on track now. Now I'm going to talk about the project components. From the 5 project components we have the budget, schedule, quality, scope and risk. 3 of them, the schedule, quality and scope, are healthy as there is no variance and everything is on time as expected. But for the budget component, we are just a little bit over, as the projected amount after 12 days of work was $30,300, but we have spent so far $31,540. This concludes that a total variance of $1,240 was over, and this was because we had to pay a $1,000 bond to the council, which was an unexpected cost. Now, coming up to the risk component, as you all know, the risk factor is always at risk on every project, but for our project, we got the council approval, but we did have some shortage in the equipment, and one of our major staff called in sick. And as we discussed earlier, the budget was over, so this component was at risk. To summarize our status report, as you can see, some of the components were highlighted green and some of the components were highlighted yellow. Green means that it is on target and everything is good and as planned. Yellow means that it needs a little bit of attention. The upcoming work for our project is, first of all, on the 22nd of September, which is the installation of RIDE, and so far the status of that looks healthy. Next we have the completion of project, which is on the 22nd of October. The status for that also looks healthy, keeping in mind that everything before that is healthy. And if everything works out well, then on the 6th of September we are intended to donate the funds to the Children's Cancer Foundation. And that's going to be all. Thank you very much.